And hello, welcome to another video of Vintage TV and Radio stuff. And today we are going to be talking about this RCA clock radio. This is the RCA model RP-3701A clock radio made back in the late 90s by RCA. And as you can see, it has a really big display on the front. The AM and FM tuner also are prominent in the front of the radio. On the top are your main controls here. This little toggle switch controls the radio part. You can have it on or off, and then you can also flip it from off to either music or an alarm noise for the alarm part of it. So it flips there for music and farther over to the right for alarm. Hour and minute settings for both the alarm clock itself and the clock. There's a sleep button, the wake set and off, and I have no idea what that all kind of means. And then there's the ever popular snooze button right in the middle. On the right side you've got the volume control and the tuning knob, and if you look at this, it reminds me a little bit the profile from the side. It looks a lot like an old RCA TV from back in the 80s and 90s. On the left side there's the switch for the AM or FM band, and also the price that I paid at Goodwill for this a few weeks back. And on the back there is the little switch right here. It's in the time set position right now. I think that lets you set the hours and minutes on the display, and it also has a high-low display option as far as the brightness is concerned of the time display on the front. Next to that is your speaker right here. And then below that you have information about the radio, the model number, made in China. And on the bottom there's a spot for a 9-volt battery. That's a backup, obviously, in case of power failure. Okay, I plugged it in. It's in the off position, so I'm just going to turn it on and listen to the radio a little bit here. Turn the volume up a touch, if I can find the volume control. And start tuning a little bit.
Tennessee and Green Bay. Both of those teams didn't make the their data safely.
Okay, well this is somewhat disappointing as far as the reception is concerned on the FM band here. Unless we can play with the cord a little bit, but I don't know if I want to do that or not.
In his earlier ruling,
Yeah, it's not coming in too good, most of the stations here. So the local stations are coming in just fine, more or less. And by that I mean the stations with transmitters and towers right here in town or nearby.
Bay Packers, and you want?
But beyond that, not a whole lot of good reception on this. I did not notice a little antenna coming out of the back either. I'm not sure if that's if the antenna is in the power cord or it's inside the radio itself or what. But yeah, by and large the FM reception not so hot. Let's flip it to AM here. I think I did that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. I think I did. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is AM now. Okay, so that kind of stinks. Not a lot of good reception of anything, even FM stations not coming in too good. I'm assuming if it's up like upstairs and you've got it plugged into your wall in your bedroom and you have the cord positioned just right, you can probably get your favorite local radio stations in on this. So let's try the alarm part of it. I'm going to flip this little switch in the back, if I can find it here. To the high. Here we go. That's low. That must be high. Oh, okay. That's interesting too. So as far as setting the alarm, we have to hold this in and hit the hour. Let's see, it's 5:29 here, so I'm going to set it for like 5:30, and then it's set on alarm, and see what happens here. When it hits 5:30, we'll see if the alarm goes off here. Yeah, so far not overly impressed by this radio. And I'm not overly impressed by the camera work either, quite frankly, at this point. Sorry about any jiggles here. Let's see what happens when it hits 5:30, and if we hear anything, or if there's an alarm that goes off, or what the heck happens here. I have it set on alarm. Oh, I think I know why, because this is PM. Alright, here we go. Let's try this. Okay. Now let's try it. I think I had the AM and PM mixed up, because when it was AM, the AM thing came on. Now it doesn't light up, so it must be PM. Now we'll see if anything happens. Yeah, because 5:32 is when I want to wake up. If I'm doing this right. Ah, here we go. See? Nice little beep. Let's see if it gets any louder if we forget about it. Yeah, it appears to be getting a little bit louder, until it's almost unbearable and you have to wake up and hit the snooze button. There you go. Yeah. Okay, well that works pretty good. That's pretty cool. But reception-wise, kind of sucks.
Been one of these semi.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. That's the RCA model RP-3701A. Goes back to the late 90s, so it's not exactly vintage, but it's getting there. And of course, this graced many a bedroom nightstand back in the late 90s. Okay, if you have any comments on the video, please leave them below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll have more vintage or not so vintage TV and radio stuff down the road. Thanks for watching.